Okay. Hi guys. My name is O'Neal Thomas. I am an actor, creator, and music artist, and you're watching The Buzz.
Oh, hey Ma! You remember those cute jeans you used to wear?
Yeah.
Can I borrow them? I want to show those hags at bingo what I got going on, if you know what I mean.
Those jeans don't fit me anymore, which means they definitely won't fit you.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, ever since I lost some weight, my body is now tea. And yours is the teapot. No, she did not.
So when I first started, it was me being a kid, and my parents really didn't care because it was a kid hobby. My brother and I would like make really funny videos like in our attic and just do that for the pastime. As I got older, I loved writing a lot more and creating my own story and putting that up and filming it and editing it and kind of being a whole full service production company. So then I got into the world of Vine. So Vine was really fun. It was a 6-second app and that was huge. It was a lot of fun. I was learning more about how I can compress myself into those 6 seconds and learn that as well. What really blew up for me on that platform, funny enough, was a video called Mr. Postman. And that was like my 4 good friends in high school. They were singing, I posted it, and it went mega viral. So that was my first time kind of getting exposed to virality, even though I wasn't necessarily in it. But it was interesting to see like how much attention you can get for something so, what you think is so minuscule. So after a few years, I went back into pivoting into my own stuff and creating my own content. So fast forward to 2020, the shutdown happened and everything was really sad, and I love to laugh and feel good, and I was like, I need to laugh right now or else something bad is gonna happen. So I started making videos, and from there it just became this humongous thing that I just wasn't expecting to come out of. And in that process, my family were like always like in the know of what I was doing, and they never really understood until like it was growing a bit more, and then we would travel and like more people would like recognize me, and I get to do like really cool brand deals with these companies that we use normally throughout our entire like lives. So then they started to realize, oh wow, like I think he's really doing something like special that he built from the ground up for sure. I think what helped me stay successful amongst all these years was something that my drama teacher in high school always told me that stuck with me for like the rest of my life. And she said, you are always replaceable. Never think for a second that you are too good to be too big for the program. You are always replaceable. And it was a way to teach us to remain humble, have humility, work hard, and keep showing up and keep being appreciative of what you're able to do, because someone could just swoop in and take that from you. So those principles really instilled something in me for my artistry. And I also had a natural love for the business aspect of it. I love art, I love creating art, but I also love the business side. I love learning what it is that people are able to monetize off of. And I'm learning how to do something creatively, learn the algorithm for what it is, and be able to pivot when need be. So I think being able to pivot and still make something really good and still draw in the attention of other people helped me remain very like consistent and successful throughout all these years. I think with the recipe of a viral video, there's a matter of luck, and for someone like me, there's also strategy involved. So there have been times where I study an algorithm and I'm able to know this video is going to go viral because of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to perform in this way. And I want to say not 9 times out of 10, but 8 times out of 10 that happens. There are the other times where like you want it to happen and it just doesn't. But it all depends on how you're able to look at what people gravitate towards. I'm going to give you like a really quick example. One time, it was like, I think 2022, and Euphoria season 2 was happening. And it's so funny that this is going to be so off topic, but as I'm watching Euphoria season 2 and I'm giving my like little spiel about it, there was a funny Shrek filter that was on, and it was like Shrek, and he was like caressing you behind or something on the TikTok app. And I thought it was really funny. And I was like, I'm going to make something really funny out of this. And I'm going to like prop up my camera to say something very hot take-ish, and I'm gonna have Shrek just pop up out of nowhere. So he popped up out of nowhere, and I reacted to that, and it went so viral. TikTok had to flag the video because they thought harassment was happening. I'm like, this is a Shrek filter that you guys made. So they kind of slowed it down, but it was still going mega viral. So it's one of those things where I saw an opportunity, I saw how I can incorporate myself into it and my humor, and I already knew it was gonna like take off.
Oh, I'm taking it all for us, taking it all for us.
For me, finding my voice, it was a long journey, because I come from a performing arts high school. I went to performing arts high school and I was surrounded by phenomenally talented vocalists, right? And I think as creatives, it's so easy for us to not only admire, but subconsciously compare. And I would compare myself to someone who I think sounded so great. And I'm like, well, I don't sound like them. So clearly I'm not good enough. And there was a lot of back and forth internally with myself to be able to just be okay with the voice that God gave me and realize there was something. I had a conversation with myself and I realized, wait, why am I banking on worrying if so many people won't like my voice, but there's also a sector of people who do like my voice. And I've done that. I've posted a few covers here and there and people are like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. I love the sound. I should be paying more attention to those people who enjoy the sound versus what I think I'm supposed to sound like. You know, so I realized someone like Labyrinth that I did for this project, he was an artist that really resonated with me because his voice is so unique and so secular and so one of a kind. And it's also unorthodox. I feel like his voice and his sound is so unorthodox, and that's what makes him so great. That's kind of like his superpower. So he helped me tap into what I have, and that's my superpower, and I'm going to nurture that and feed that versus trying to dissect and take parts and try to sound like everyone else, you know? I am happy that I'm able to have that experience of going to the studio, hiring a whole production team to like really film something and kind of like learn that process in itself. So now I'm in the process of, of course. Oh, thank you. Let me do that. Can I do that? Boom. Perfect. So, of course. So now I'm in the process of creating my own first EP that I'm really excited about, and it's in the early stages. What I loved about this process that I've done is that I took my time with it, and I never wanted to rush something very close to me artistically, and I want to enjoy the ride and go with the flow and give that body of work its own timeline. So once it's done, it's complete, and I'm able to like have all the ideas and everything that I want to execute for those that project. Because I also love creative directing, as you can tell from what I do. So I never want to rush into anything because I feel like if I know it's rushed, everyone else will know it's rushed. Like I have like a lot of fleshed out content day ideas, but then there are times where I do book studio sessions, and I love booking studio sessions because I'm kind of allowed to just be lost in there. I mean, when I first started going in there to record for this Labyrinth project, I was in there for like 4 or 5 hours. And I never anticipated it being that long, but I never complained about it because I'm in a space with a phenomenal producer and we're just making magic. I'm going back in and out of the booth. We're trying out new things. And it feels like I'm able to just be in my own creative bubble, you know? And to be able to do that for a cover, I cannot wait to be able to do that with my own music. And we're able to explore a lot more sonically with like different sounds and different like things, ad-libs and everything to kind of play around with. So yeah, I like scheduling out times for studio sessions, and when I do that, I kind of cancel everything out.
The $10 founding father. New York, just you wait. I am the one thing in life I can control. I'm in a we all things choose to be.
First viral video I ever got that was me from TikTok was a Hamilton video. That was my first ever viral video during the pandemic, and that feeling was nothing short but exhilarating because like I finally it was just a really fun rush of a feeling that I got to experience, and being able to see so many like-minded people come together under that one post, and we all shared that common love for what it was that I did, which was Hamilton at the time. It was something really, really special about that. So I think virality in that sense is really nice when you're able to be around a group of like 50,000 people, 100,000 people who all share the same love that you do. That was my first viral video. Now, when I start doing my Shady Family series, when that goes viral, to this day, that's still exciting. There will never be a day where I see like it goes like viral and I'll never be like, oh, that's normal. I will never do that. I never take it for granted because while the number is crazy, these are real people who are genuinely, authentically loving what I do. My own original IP, and as an actor who auditions all the time, it's so rewarding to be able to see I've created something scripted that masses love, millions of people love, and I'll never get over that. And then when I released this Labyrinth project, and I finally press post, and I'm starting to like see everyone kind of pop up, and everyone's sharing a sentiment of surprise and shock and proudness, and it was all a celebration of something that I was so scared of doing. I got that feeling again of like, I can't believe that it's happening, and I can't believe it's happening for me, and I'm so proud of myself, and I don't say that. I feel like I don't say that enough as a creative. Like, I am proud of myself for being able to execute something that I had for a long time in my mind, and it's finally done, and it's out in so many people.
The Shady Family series. Okay, we're coming back stronger than ever. What? B.O.B. So they called you Robert. Roaches.
I have a second bedroom, and I have like 2 closets basically, and the second closet is just like half of it is just costumes for my Shady Family series. So it's a whole, filming that is a whole mental Olympics in itself, because that takes double the amount of time. That's like a full 8-hour shoot day just by myself. So getting in costume, getting in makeup and everything, it's fun and it's exciting. But my God, when I am wrapped at the end of the day, I want to just shower and just knock out and just fall asleep. It is a long, strenuous day. Yes. Okay. You guys can find me on socials. On Instagram is my name, O'Neal Thomas. On YouTube and TikTok, O'Neal Thomas 97. And that's pretty much where I am, all there. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, I'm all there. Hi, my name is O'Neal Thomas, and you've just been buzzed.